We got us a corpse and cartridge occasion.
Today I have over 15 polls. I asked the questions, you guys answered, and we're just going to go through the results. The first poll is definitely a test. It says, which capoeira fighter do you want in Tekken 8? But surprise, surprise, this is not the first time that I did this poll. I asked the same question 6 months ago, and the reason why I did it again 6 months later is one, because I wanted to see if answers changed, and two, I wanted to see if the numbers would change, the percentages. Now the percentages didn't change that much. 64% voted Eddie 6 months ago. 1 month ago it's 62%. I went for saying put Christine in Tekken 8, and I flipped. 6 months later, 1 month ago, I said put Eddie in the game. This is why doing polls like this is so interesting. Ask a question, let some time pass, and see how people feel. But let's move on. Best Tekken boss ever. Now, I picked Unknown for Tag 1 and Tag 2 because Tag 2 left an impact on me, and I really didn't play Tekken 6 that much, or Tekken 5, Ogre, but I do get why the community chose those characters because they have such a big impact. So it's no surprise that Ogre and Jinpachi wins. Also, too, an honorable mention as well. In the comment section, 186 comments, a lot of people were saying Kazuya from past games like Tekken 1, Tekken 2, so on and so forth. Now, this is 4 weeks ago. We're catching up to the present day. Harada said, forget about guest characters. Do you agree? Now, the Tekken community has been stuck on guest characters ever since like Geese Howard, but the results on this was pretty interesting. The community sort of understands that we need to define our roster first, and then once we get into season 1, season 2, then we can start talking about the guest characters, because that's definitely a conversation that's going to need to take place, because we see what Mortal Kombat 1 is doing. Homelander, Peacekeeper, Omni-Man, we need some competition there, but that comes down the road, a year or two away. Here's another test for all of you guys. Which kickboxer do you want in Tekken 8? 3 weeks ago, 10,000 votes on this. 8 months ago, I asked which Muay Thai fighter do you want in Tekken 8? Now, when I asked which Muay Thai fighter do you want, a lot of people was like, oh, Josie isn't a Muay Thai fighter. And then I switched it to kickboxer, and the people were like, oh, Bruce and Fakamram isn't kickboxers. It's like you can't win. But hey, that's besides the point. 8 months ago, 3 weeks ago, Bruce dominates regardless. What's interesting about this is the amount of people who said Fakamram dipped down. He went from 17 to 15. Josie went from 14 to 12. The competition there is very, very competitive. Very, very competitive. And I think they're probably going to do Bruce. I mean, look at this, right? This is a consistent win over a 8-month span. 2 weeks ago, now we're entering the tragedy. Did you enjoy Bryan Fury's Tekken 8 reveal trailer? 85% says yes, 15% says no. And a lot of people were saying no because of course he leaked. The reveal, the hype, the anticipation combo breaker was ruined. Everything. So I think if he didn't leak, he probably would have been higher, but we can only speculate on that. Another poll 2 weeks ago. Which character should be given a second chance in Tekken 8? I'll let you guys decide if I should do a part 2. I was going to do a part 2 and I was going to add some more unpopular or considered unpopular characters on that. But the reason why I did this one is because all of these characters are quote unquote hated by the community. Josie, she cries too much. Katarina, 444, 333, all she is looks and nothing else. Lucky Chloe, everyone says she's obnoxious. Master Raven, who? Bring back Raven. That's what people say. Shahid, this guy's basically irrelevant. That's what people say about these characters, and I just wanted to see, out of these characters here, which ones would you vote? And now there was people saying, why not Kazumi and Gigas? And once again, if you want to do a part 2, I'll do a part 2. But the reason why I didn't do Gigas is because Jack has his moves, and it really doesn't seem like he's returning. 10,000 votes, Shahid wins, and followed up second place by Master Raven. I picked Lucky Chloe because I feel like the character can be salvaged. The real thing that's bad about her, in my opinion, is the damage. They nerfed the damage. They give her a little bit more, I don't want to say complexity because that's such a vague term that we just throw out and we just expect others to understand it. But I feel like they just give her a little bit something to make maybe high level players interested. But the damage is too much. The story, the lore is kind of cool. Remove her from Eddie and I think she would be a good character. We need villains like her in the story and they should not remove her. Master Raven, Master Raven, I don't know, coin toss, we'll see what the developers decide to do. Shahid is interesting. He is one of the most irrelevant characters in Tekken 7, and to see him win this poll and everyone, kind of supporting this character being revitalized, I think that says a lot about the potential that some of these characters hold. I was talking about Lucky Chloe's potential, but Shahid is the same. Yes, his story is irrelevant, his gameplay is kind of boring, but if they were to tweak it and really tackle it a second time around, I think they could make something interesting out of him. But also too, on the flip side, some people say this character was born once, you put him in a game again, he's going to be born again, no matter how hard you tried to change him. I mean, look at what they did for Ganryu. They brought him in and Zafina in as DLC. They changed these characters. Wow, cool design, new moves, still unpopular. So maybe it is best that we leave Shahid to history. Here is when Street Fighter 6 releases. 2 weeks ago, what's your early review of Street Fighter 6? 1% says bad, but I think the game is really good. Of course, I gave it a score 8 out of 10, and that's just because the World Tour mode is bad. World Tour, in my opinion, is bad. I know a lot of people love it, but it's just not for me. But then the second thing is the story. The story in Street Fighter 6 is non-existent. And I know people say Street Fighter has always had a bad story, but when do they fix that, right? When do they make the story something greater than nothing, So that's why I couldn't put it 8 out of 10. But if we're focusing purely on the gameplay, 10 out of 10, this game is stronger than ever. If Tekken 8 does appear at Summer Games Fest, what are you looking forward to the most? Wow, this was looking back, and this is why I love to do polls, because we can see what we're saying before the event, and then we can see what happens after. Of course, beta wins 39%. The reason why I wasn't saying I was looking forward to the beta is because I knew the beta was coming. We seen it on Steam. Harada said the beta's coming. We knew it was coming. But what I was wanting to see is basically new characters, and we still haven't seen new characters. I wanted to see the new characters because they have such an impact on the game. Lucky Chloe, Claudio, Steve when he was first added, Dragunov, Lily. When the characters are first added to the game, they make such a splash. Lars, Bob, Alyssa. So I wanted to see what new characters is going to make a splash in Tekken 8. And we just haven't seen that, even to this day. Now we're at the reveal of Mortal Kombat 11. I enjoyed the reveal. The stages were beautiful. I love seeing Kenshi there. I'm so disappointed Ermac and Quan Chi are DLC, but we'll get there when we get there. I do want to play this game. Comes out in September. I'm looking forward to it, especially seeing what Street Fighter 6 does. I want to see how Mortal Kombat 1 stacks up to that, because that's going to give us a good idea of if Tekken 8 can stack up to it, right? It's all about the competition and driving everyone forward. 8 days ago, what's your thoughts on the Tekken 8 closed network test and Claudio Serfino? Now, I said the reveal was good, and I can actually remember why I said it was good, but I'm kind of just holding my excitement to see his gameplay. Basically, I want to see how he can use the heat system, because he's already super aggressive in Tekken 7. So if you add more aggressive, how does that look? How does that play? So that's kind of what I'm waiting for, is just to see what the heat system does to him. The next one, 5 days ago. Wait a second, this is not a poll. What is this? This is a post. New membership announcement. I'm excited to announce the Moonsault exclusive membership. Join the channel and gain access to all of these perks. Click the link in the description. Join Moonsault exclusive. How many characters would you like to have in Tekken 8 base roster? Now, this is a big discussion, and I did a few videos already breaking this down. But basically, I will say I chose 25 to 29 characters. A lot of people chose 40 or more. Even though I understand the argument, it's still just crazy seeing it. It's kind of like meme worthy seeing it. The final poll as of now, I will do more in the future. Has your character been revealed for Tekken 8 yet? Now, the reason why I wanted to ask this poll is because the most popular characters in the game has been revealed. Kazuya, Bryan, Paul, Law, King, those 5 are the most played characters in the whole game. Jin Kazama's 7th, and then also too Lily and Alyssa, the most popular females. So I just wanted to see if the most popular characters has been revealed, how many people are waiting for quote unquote unpopular characters to be revealed. Yoshi, even though he's beloved, no one really plays him. All of these other characters in past games, their usage does not stack up to a Bryan Fury, Paul Phoenix. So I kind of just wanted to see if the most popular characters are revealed, who's waiting left? and it turns out 45% is. Now, I don't know